Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 202, season 9. Today's date is March 4th, 2023, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I will talk about three things. First, I will talk about Dynamite magazine. Second, I will talk about the Tele1st subscription television service in Chicago. And also, I will discuss the 40th anniversary of the compact disc player. So this will be, I have a mixed bag, so this will be very interesting. It sounds like a fun show. Okay, so right now the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by McDonald's Sundays. Comes in 3 flavors, folks. Yeah, so it's still around. So I found a commercial from 1978, I believe. Yeah, late 70s. So sit back and enjoy, and I'll be right back. Thank you, everyone.
Did you ever see a Sunday smile?
No, but I once saw a glass bowl. That's a Sunday smile.
McDonald's Sunday glasses, stack them up neat.
It's glass.
Collect them, lads and lasses. Hot fudge, caramel, strawberry, thick vanilla base.
Great taste.
Spoon up a Sunday smile, turn the glass into a vase.
Now you can buy a McDonald's sundae in a special glass.
At McDonald's,
What a value.
we do it all for you.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for McDonald's Sundays. This commercial also mentioned they came in a glass cups, glass containers. McDonald's doesn't do it anymore. Doesn't do that anymore. They do plastics. I remember when these were introduced. It was about in the mid 70s, 75, 76. I remember I was in grade school. In Correas Elementary, that we just moved from Damon Avenue to Palos Hills. And I remember one classmate, I'm not going to mention her name, she came to the class, and during lunch hour, some way, somehow, she brought in a strawberry sundae from McDonald's. I recognize it because of the commercials. So that looked so good, like that. And once in a while, I do get one because I like hot fudge. I love hot fudge sundaes. They're wonderful. I know they're fattening and sinful, but I never ordered the other flavors, like the caramel or strawberry. I don't know. Then caramel's kind of sticky. I like caramel, but I never ordered those there. Maybe once I did for caramel. Like I said, they're still around. They're not cheap. Sometimes they serve nuts. Sometimes I don't know, they don't serve them anymore with nuts unless you request it if you go to McDonald's. But they did a long time ago, which is pretty bizarre like that. And of course, right now, this is the time of season of Shamrock Shake, which was introduced in 1970. And I had one about a couple weeks ago, very small one, indeed. I always have one or two. Was trying to be careful. I like the old Shamrock Shakes where it's like they didn't use, I don't know, they didn't use whipped cream, or it's kind of they used it like in a regular cup. Now they use it in a plastic cup with a plastic dome. It's fine. Sometimes they put a cherry in it. Sometimes not. So that's about it for that commercial. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I I mentioned what I'm going to talk about, and that is the Dynamite magazine, the Tele1st subscription television service in Chicago, and also the 40th anniversary of the compact disc player. Before I get started, I want to mention there was one post I posted a couple days ago, and that was the 60th anniversary of Turnstile Family Center stores, and that when I posted that on Van Chicagoland, they just took off. A lot of people remembered the store as well as me. I remember it as well, and I think I did talk about it on a podcast episode. Listen, I did 200 episodes. I don't remember, so maybe I'll talk about it again in a later show. And there were two stores that opened. One was at the Foster Harlem Shopping Center, or Harlem Foster Shopping Center, excuse me. It's located on the northwest side of Chicago. I passed by it one day years ago, and I did see the Jewel there, but I forgot the Turnstile was there. And the second location was at Skokie Boulevard in Skokie. I forgot the exact address, probably near Grosse Point Road. So they opened the same time, two of them, and then more open as the years went on. And of course, I remember the one near my old house was at Fort City Mall, and that was a Jewel and a Turnstile. And that was there until 1978. And then Venture opened there. And I think Venture opened on the others, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll do some digging and searching about that. But it was a good store. I liked it. You know, I bought my first comic book there at Turnstile. And I remember it was Batman Family number 8, I think. I did that. So I'll discuss Turnstile another time. Okay, so let's get started. First, I will talk about the 40th anniversary of the compact disc player. Okay, it had a very interesting history. I posted a photo of the first one that was made was from the Sony company in Japan. Of course, it was the CDP-102 from 1982. And they were it was from 1982. That was in Japan, excuse me. And then the following year they were introduced in the United States and then in other countries. And I never bought one like that. I'm trying to remember, because in the 80s where I lived in the Ashburn neighborhood, I think my brother bought one, probably from Video King. I should have asked him, but I'll talk to him this weekend. And I remember it was in the basement, and we started collecting. It was very exciting at the time that we got that. And then we bought CDs, quite a few. You know, we had cassettes, you know, and record albums at that. And then it just grew popular. And then record stores provided us, compact discs, music, all kinds of formats, all kinds of genres, rock, country, R&B, classical, maybe theme songs. You know, you got whatever they had it. And also, not just record stores, also from department stores as well. Polk Brothers, Weebles, JC. I don't know about JCPenney, Woolworths, Montgomery Ward, Marshall Fields. I remember an ad. I saw that in the Chicago Tribune. They had when they first were released in the United States, they had a big ad, and so they did have maybe they had a music section on State Street. We'll see about that. Sorry. So, we had that one that my brother bought for a long time. And then I don't know what happened to it. I guess it conked out and we threw it away. I don't remember what make it was or model. And then it was the portables came out about 1984, but I didn't buy that one until much later in the 90s. And I remember that one. It was a portable CD player, and I bought CDs as time went on, and I collected them. But mostly, I like oldies from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, not so much. And so I did that, and I remember visiting independent record stores to collect them. And I did that all the time. I visit. There was one record store. It was in what was the suburb, Downers Grove or Westmont. It was called Remember When, and that was in on Ogden Avenue. It's closed now, so it was a great store. They had a lot of rare CDs. They had cassettes and a few record albums, and I started collecting them, and I still have them to this day. I don't want to get rid of them. I don't know why. I just don't. And the clarity of the sounds beautiful. It really does. Compared to the albums, which is scratchy and you hear static. But it's kind of nice to have a vinyl record. It's I don't know. It's you have the album cover, which shows art and the list of songs and the lyrics and the artists. On the CD, you do. It does, yeah, but not as much as an album. You have more room, or also it folds, like it has a gatefold like that. And so that's kind of nice, like that. Anyway, so as time went on, CDs fell out of popularity because of the internet. And of course, the iTunes was introduced. And I think I don't know when exactly iTunes was introduced. I don't remember exact date, but I do know when the iPod was introduced. It was 2007. And I bought my first iPod about 2010, something like that. I still have the first one. I really do. I posted a picture of me holding it with my earphones, so that's kind of nice. And with the iTunes, you can burn CDs. That's a new term. Computer, it's burning. So if you had a drive, you enter a blank CD, and then just click on the song that you purchase, and then you can keep it on CD like that. I don't know if it's being done today. Maybe. I don't know. So anyway, right now I'm going to play a commercial. And it's not from Sony. This is from Hitachi, and it's from 1984. It's a Hitachi compact disc player, and its slogan was "That's quality." So sit back and enjoy, and I'll be right back. Thank you, everyone.
Hitachi, a world leader in technology, presents quality, backed by the most aggressive research program in our history. You can hear the quality in Hitachi's compact disc player, a technological breakthrough in audio reproduction. Laser and disc come together for one of the purest sounds ever. Its computerized programmability is a work of magic. That's quality. That's Hitachi, a world leader in technology.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Hitachi compact disc player. I want to mention a few more things before I get to the next topic. I remember when you had a CD player, sometimes it skipped, if you had a portable one, or maybe it was scratched, like that. It was like, like that. Sounds awful. And also, you can sometimes when you bought a new car during that time, when the CDs were introduced, you had one in there. I'm trying to remember. Did I? Yeah, when I bought my first Toyota Corolla in 1993, I had a CD player, and and then I started playing CDs. Oh, that was kind of cool. It was very nice. Then I bought another Corolla in 2004, and it had a CD player. And I started listening to that, and the music sounded crisp, nice, clean. It was, and then about last year, well, not last year, no, in 2021, I bought another Corolla. I love Corollas. This did not provide it did not equip a CD player. No, they've done away with it. So if I want to, it does have satellite radio if you like to subscribe, which I don't listen to radio much these days. So that's a shame. So it has a radio, a regular radio, AM, FM. You want to listen to the traffic or a radio station like that, or you can plug in your music player or your phone, and you can play songs if you like. You could do that. I haven't figured that out yet. I just listen to the radio. I'm old fashioned. Just I listen to an oldie station, and I'm content. Also, the last thing I want to mention, the first title that was released on CD was from 52nd Street by Billy Joel. That was released on CD. I'm sure if someone has that, maybe unopened, it could be a collector's item. So that's kind of cool. Like, who knew? Who knew about that? So I always assumed that CDs would last forever, but they didn't. But vinyl made a comeback, and it's still popular now. People like vinyl. They really do. And there were rumors that CDs might come back, and then cassette players, but I don't know about cassette. CD, maybe. I don't know. But, right now when you want to listen to music, you listen to your computer or your music player. They don't even make those anymore. Or you just listen to the radio, because we have cloud now. Okay. So the things have changed rapidly for how and where you listen to music, to your favorite songs. Okay. Next up, here's an unusual subject, is the Tele1st subscription television service. Oh, I remember this. This is very bizarre, very odd, and I think most people have totally forgotten about it. I didn't, but some people do remember that. So I'll give you a brief history of this. So here we go. So on January 17th, 1984, WLS TV, Channel 7 in Chicago, launched Tele1st. And it was owned by ABC, and it was an overnight subscription television. And this was only 4 hours per night, 6 days a week. And I believe it started from 11 o'clock to 2 a.m. No, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It started at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. in the morning till about 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's when Channel 7 went off the air. Right now, Channel 7's on 24 hours a day. And it was similar to the format of On TV during the 80s, and also Spectrum. On TV aired on WSNS TV Channel 44. And Spectrum aired on Channel 66, and it was WFBN at the time. Now it's WGBO. Channel 44 and Channel 66 are now Spanish stations. WLS wanted to jump into competition because by the time On TV was waning, Spectrum disappeared. So, but this was different, very different indeed. So it was connected to your VCR. It was not like it was a weird decoder box. So it was created to allow users to record programming for later viewing. Most people are not up at that time, at 2 o'clock in the morning or till 6, unless you have an early shift at your job or you just can't sleep. So, and then let's see, and then they were designed to encrypt like I said, designed to encrypt the signal only when the aid of a VCR. So it's not just a television. Whereas on TV you had a decoder box, so it was bizarre. It really was. And then scrambling codes were sent to the box and relayed to the VCR when they were changed every month. And this was only to subscribers, like that. And I don't know. This sounds convoluted, not very appealing. Not at all like that. And according to a blog that I found, you just can't watch it while you're up. You have to, I don't know, you just can't do that. And the programming was, it sounds nice. And there were movies that were released in the theaters and then they went to, just like on TV, into our home. We're trying now as cable. Like that. And if you didn't and I remember on Channel 7, I was up sometimes because I went to DeVry Institute of Technology and I was studying, and I turned on Channel 7 and I saw the Tele1st, and then it's like negatives of like in photographs, and they're talking, and it's kind of bizarre. It's like, looks like a science fiction movie. Like that. And it was first it's scrambled. Sometimes it came on just for a brief second. You would watch the movie. There's a little dialogue, and then it went back like that. And it was scrambled like that. So I didn't. Besides movies, they had lifestyle programs like cooking. Not much. So it was not very successful. No, it was very brief, and according to some sources, they only had about 4,000 subscribers, and that was it. And so that's how. So you had to record the movies with your You had to record the movies with your VCR, and then you could watch it whenever you want. But that's not very appealing. I know I said that before. Okay, so it was a big bomb. That's what it was. And then it ended in June 30th, 1984. So it lasted about 5 months, over 5 months, not very long. So right now I'm gonna play the commercial for Tele1st, courtesy of the Museum of Classic Television by Rick Klein. Also, he's at fuzzymemories.tv. Thank you very much, Rick. Yeah, like I said, here's the commercial of that. And when I come back, I'll talk a little bit more about that. Okay, thank you.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to
take a drive? You want to go?
Why not pick up the phone and call Tele1st and see first-run movies in your home soon after they're in your local theater? Staying Alive. Octopussy.
Just take those old
Risky Business.
Like shoot fish in a barrel.
Porky's 2. Every month, Tele1st beams first-run hits to your VCR for automatic taping, so you can watch them whenever you want. And Tele1st is fabulous concerts, children's specials, other great movies, new entertainment each month. So go to the phone and call 1-800-752-1100. Tele1st costs no more than $25.95 a month, because for every first-run movie you choose not to see each month, we'll deduct $2 from your bill. We can even get you a top-model VCR below list price.
George, hand me the phone.
Call Tele1st, where first-run hits run first.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Tele1st. And that one is from 1984. There are a few more on YouTube if you care to watch. Also, there's a video that explains about the Tele1st subscription service. You have to search under Oddities Archive, and it will explain how that works in more detail, as I described it. So I apologize. So this was very unique and very, like I said, strange. But right now, when we want to record something, we have DVRs, we have streaming. Some people still have VCRs. I have one. I still do. I don't know, kind of nostalgic. And so they have cloud service, with if you want to watch a show or you can watch it later. So, but it's streaming right now. That's very popular, very popular. I think cable is slowly going away. It is because it's getting expensive, and a lot of people don't like it. I don't blame them, but it's tough, But if you're a sports fan, you have to have cable, because, like, for example, you watch baseball, basketball, that's what you watch on that. Streaming doesn't really provide that. Some, but not all. They have movies, they have original series, old reruns, which is great. You have it to choose. But you know what they do on streaming, like, for example, Netflix or Amazon Prime or any other station? They have programs listed, and then they yank them, and then you never see them again. Then they bring a new programming or old programming. Kind of stinks. I wish they just leave it there, So thank God for DVDs. If you have a DVD collection, I do, for television, or I have a few movies, you can watch them anytime, on your DVD player. It's thank goodness for that. They still make them. They really do. I hope they don't go away. I hope not. Okay. Now, I saved the best for last. Next up is Dynamite magazine. Oh, I loved this magazine when I was a kid. I really did. So I'll tell you my memories, my early memories, that is, of this magazine, and its history of that. Okay, so Dynamite magazine was published from 1974 to 1992 by the Scholastic Incorporated. You remember that company that provided fun books, textbooks. And that was founded by a woman. Her name was Jeanette Kahn. And I remember her. She was a publisher for DC Comics for many, many years. I remember seeing her name because I'm a comic book collector. And she created Vertigo Comics. I remember that. That was from 1992 or something like that, 93. And Vertigo Comics is gone. They got rid of it. It was published for a long time, maybe about almost 30 years, between 25 and 30 years. She doesn't work there anymore. I don't think so, but she was responsible for that, and also as for Dynamite magazine. And that magazine became so successful, very successful, and it inspired other periodicals, like, for example, Bananas. If some people remember that, I'm going to talk about that one day. Also, Wow, Hot Dog, and Peanut Butter. I don't remember those three at all. No. I think Marvel Comics made something similar like that. Oh, yeah, I think it was Pizzazz, something like that. Anyway, the first, I will get to the issues in a moment. So here's my memories of this magazine. I was in grade school, maybe about 5th grade, 6th grade. And the teacher says, you would like to order books. And most were fun books. And I remember that we got an order form. Each student received that, and the teacher gave them to them. That is, and I remember a few books that I liked. Like, for example, I remember I ordered one for Mary Tyler Moore Show. That Darn Cat from the 1965 movie. I remember those. And there were other Sounder. That was from the movie that starred Cicely Tyson in 1973. I remember getting that. Then in 1974, they started offering Dynamite magazine. I asked the teacher, "Can I order this magazine? This sounds like fun." Yeah, and she said, "Yes, go ahead." And I had no idea what it was about, and not much. I just says, "No, it looks like because it had cool covers." So I ordered that, and then I got it the first one, and I had about maybe 10 or so. And then I don't know what happened to him. I think my mom threw them away. So Jeanette Kahn, the publisher, she edited the first 3 Dynamite, and then she moved on to DC Comics. So, and let's see. So the description of the magazine was it was like an activity book, and it offered tricks, recipes, games, and contests. So it was like a pop culture, updated monthly, and it was available through subscription, and not much at newsstands. You remember newsstands, and then you have is also through the teachers using the Scholastic Arrow Book Club. So that's what it was when we were in school, like that. And the features of the magazine, we also let's see, it was featured Magic Wanda. She would do it's how to guide selected magic tricks. I remember that. Also bummers, and it was like for example, it would start the words "Don't you hate it when?" and I remember those. And it had kids one line woes like that. Also had now a word from our sponsor, like just in the television. It was a commercial parody in comic book form. That was fine. Also, this one is the most memorable thing about Dynamite magazine was Count Morbida. And he had a puzzle page. He was kind of scary to me when I was little. He looked like a very fiendish, grotesque vampire. Oof. He still gives me a little chill now and then, but he was good. And also Hot Stuff featuring gags and new items. And also reprinted Marvel and DC superheroes of their origin. I remember one was the Fantastic Four from Marvel, and also the Incredible Hulk. I remember that. It also had an advice column called Good Vibrations. I don't really remember that much, no. But it Dynamite covered profiles of people from TV series, movies, TV stars. Yeah, let me start in the beginning. It was TV stars, cartoons, movie stars, also musical stars. And I'm gonna read off a few of the issues in a moment. And also, it also had posters, greeting cards, and calendars and records. They had a record. Someone mentioned on Facebook they had it like a disco record. I don't remember that. Maybe it was the issue with the Bee Gees at the time, like that. Also had baseball cards, glow-in-the-dark items, stickers. They had posters that they were equipped with 3D glasses, 3D posters. I remember that. I remember one with King Kong and one with maybe Star Wars. I'm not sure. What else they had like that? And like the records, they had one for Count Morbida. You can find that on YouTube if you'd like. I remember it was square, not round. I mean, it looked round in the middle. And I remember seeing that, and I didn't play it. I had that, and I was too frightened to play it because somebody had it in the classroom and played that. They had a record player, and he was too scary. like that. Also, the bummer section, they also invited people, like children, to send in their own bummers. And they could do that. So that's kind of cool, like that. Okay. So right now, I'm going to read off the cover stories, but I'm not going to read all of them because there were 165 issues. So I'm just going to read what I remembered and were very popular in the 70s. So here we go. The first issue was it was published in March 1974. It was Dynamite Meet MASH. So MASH was a huge television hit. It featured Alan Alda and Gary Burghoff as Hawkeye and Radar. Also, the second issue was with the Waltons, like that. And let's see. Also, this is the first one I got, and that was The Love Bug Returns. Based on the 1969 movie, The Love Bug. Oh, I love that movie. That was great. Also, the other one was Born Free, based on the movie and the. I think it was from the movie. Came out in the 60s, but they had a TV series based on the movie in the 70s. I remember that. I got that one. Also, it features Snoopy, All in the Family. I got that one. I had that one. The $6 Million Man. He was huge. He really was. Also, John Denver. Also, another popular star was Jimmy Walker from Good Times, who had said Dynamite. He did that. Also, Little House on the Prairie. Welcome to Dynamite Monster Bash. It's probably Count Morbida and his gang. Also, they had about Disney World. They had that. Interesting. Like that. And they also had issue TV 76, A Dawn Good Season, which features, I believe, Tony Orlando and Dawn. They were a huge, they were a popular act with Tony Orlando and Dawn. They had their own variety series. Also, Bruce Lee, lives. He was on the cover in November 1975, and that was, he died in 1973 because of his karate movies like that. And also featured Cher, because she had her own TV variety show at the time. Now here's the one. This one I posted a couple days ago, and it featured Henry Winkler as the Fonz. Okay. And I posted that on my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And on Twitter, I tag Henry Winkler on Twitter. And he responded. And he went, hey, oh, that was beautiful. That really made my day. It really did. Which, incidentally, he was here in Chicago, I think at the World of Wheels convention in Rosemont. I don't know if he's there for 2 days, 1 day. I know he was there yesterday. So he was, this was amazing. He responded. But I did run into the Fonz a few years ago when I was at Wizard World at Rosemont. I was walking around, I dropped something, and he was standing right there, and he picked it up for me, and he said hello, and then he walked away. I want to say thank you, but he was in a hurry. So, oh my God, that freaked me out for the entire day. Also, I remember the Sweat Hogs. They featured from Welcome Back, Kotter. Also, they have a special Dynamite's 50s party issue. Now, this one had a poster of 50s memorabilia, like records, Life magazine. Also, the Fonz was in the middle. I had that poster, and I hung it on my door, my bedroom, at the door of my bedroom, and I had it for a long time. I love that poster, and I found it online. I posted that. That took me some memories that was wonderful. I loved it. I really did. Also, there was the Bionic Woman, Laverne and Shirley. Also, $6 Million Man versus the Bionic Woman. Also, Donnie Marie. Also, Bay City Rollers, the group. Fonzie and Pinky Tuscadero. Now, I remember this. It was a famous classic episode on Happy Days with Fonzie and Pinky. And they were on the cover. And it got huge ratings, but, she wasn't invited back to the show. I don't know what happened. I don't know. That was by Ross Kelly. That's the actress' name. And she disappeared. I don't know what happened to her. But then they brought in her sister Leather by Susie Quattro. That's another story like that. Also, there was Captain Tennille, the What's Happening Gang, the Return of the Brady Bunch. That was based on the Brady Bunch Hour for the Variety series. Remember that? The Hardy Boys, Farrah Fawcett, Sylvester Stallone. Also, Logan's Run, based on the movie and the TV series. And also, Star Wars, featuring Chewbacca and Sean Cassidy. Also, Christy McNichol from Family. Remember that show? Kate Jackson. Also, and the birthday of Mad Magazine. I remember that. And Shields and Yarnell. That's a mime duo. Do you remember that? They used to be on. They appeared on TV variety shows. I think the Hudson Brothers and Cher. I remember that. And many, many more. Many, many more. I didn't get more after I graduated from grade school in 1977. So I won't. That's all for the covers. Except the last one was it featured Julia Roberts and Arnold Schwarzenegger from March of 1992, and that was issue 165. And it just went away. So they're very collectible. But I didn't know they existed after that. So it's amazing. It really was. I loved the magazine. It was fun to read. I used to read it in my bedroom, sometimes in the classroom. I got in trouble for that. So that was a very cool nugget from the 1970s, late 1970s for me. You know, some kids make fun of it, of me reading it, but I loved it. It was so colorful and fun to read. Not really educational. No, it was just entertainment. It was very entertaining. Okay. All right, so that'll be all for today for this show. So I'll do a quick recap of what I discussed. I talked about the 40th anniversary of the compact disc player. Also, the Tele1st subscription television service, and Dynamite magazine. And this podcast episode will be published later on today. It'll be available wherever podcasts are. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. Also, this will be on my YouTube channel of the same name, Vanishing Chicagoland Stories. I will publish this on the YouTube channel. I will publish this on my social media accounts because it seems like, excuse me, a lot of people find it easier to listen and to search. Of course, most people younger than me like to tap on an app on a phone and listen to it as well on Spotify or whatever app is there. But YouTube, I tell them, just listen on YouTube. If you have a desktop computer or a tablet or even on your phone, you can listen to that as well. Whatever's easier. Also, it's on streaming. If you have Spotify or YouTube, you can listen on your TV, and you can stream it if you like. It's there. It's kind of cool. I did that a year ago, and I listened to one of my episodes on my big screen TV, and I listened on YouTube. It was kind of cool seeing that. So it's kind of nice. Okay. So, like I said before, this will be published later on this afternoon. It'll be just do a couple touch-ups, and it'll be fine. My next episode will probably be Tuesday. We'll see. Or next weekend. Depends how busy I am. So that's it for the show. This is Pete Costanis, your host of Vanishing Chicagoland Stories. I hope everyone has a great weekend. It's going to be a nice weekend. You know, yesterday we were going to get snow. I didn't get any. That didn't happen. You know, it was anticlimactic. The weathermen scare you like that. Okay, so this is bye bye for me, and here is Ray Rayner with a little traveling music saying bye bye bye. Take care, everyone. So long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.